So We Can Stay Alive is the next one, and this one is truly anthemic. It's 6 minutes long. It is garbage prog. Yeah, it's interesting. I wrote that in my notes that I felt like this song felt like a bunch of different voices all coming together, because it's one part keys and vocal, and it could have gone in that kind of direction, but then there's the chord stabs that come in and are powerful and interrupt, and then it also ultimately winds up in a really heavy place at the end after the long, sort of breakdown and re-up. So it sounds like a lot of different voices. Is this one that was more collaborative in its coming together?
Somewhat collaborative. I think Butch had the initial idea, certainly, but we worked on how to accomplish it quite a while. Yeah, I mean, I think you're right. It could be a song just with those chords, those light piano parts and the vocal, and it would be fine. But the idea of that really hard riff hitting really hard amid that really melodic, soft keyboard stuff that kind of thing is pretty appealing to us, I think, to have that kind of shock. And then the melodic chorus, which I think is really fantastic. Cheryl came up with that, and I think it's really lovely.
This song started with just that guitar riff, ba-do-do, and then all that space. In fact, at Cheryl's prompting, when we were mixing, there were several songs. She said, maybe there's too many guitars on here, and so we took them out at the start, so it just starts with that sequencer, which again, I think gives it much more space and makes Cheryl's vocals sound way more intense than if we'd come on full guns blazing.
Wasn't the tag wasn't the end, the tag that comes in, wasn't that something that the bass player did by accident or something?
Well, I know that the long breakdown and then the down that was sounds like it could have been the bass player, but it wasn't. I think it was Steve, wasn't it?
Steve came up with it. Yeah.
Didn't you?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I remember that.
We were trying to get a stoner goth rock end on the song because the song was only 4 minutes by the time it gets that second build and goes do, and then why we added on another 2 minutes, I guess because we could.
Why not? Yeah, because you wanted to be sure it didn't go to radio.
I just had kind of remembered something that as we were finishing up this whole record and mixing it, we were also getting ready to go out on the road, and so I think that was in our minds a bit too. How do you do things live? And a lot of times you have to simplify a lot to play it live because we don't have 20 guitar players, and so maybe that kind of affected what got left in the mix and how we approached the whole thing in general, and maybe that's what you were talking about.